And now a major reversal from the World Health Organization. The head of the team investigating the origins of COVID-19 now says the Wuhan lab deserves a closer look. The organization saying, quote, WHO is committed to following the science, and we call on all governments to put differences aside and work together to provide all data and access required so that the next series of studies can be commenced as soon as possible. Joining us now is Jamie Metzel, one of the members of the WHO's advisory committee. For months now, you've had the World Health Organization downplaying this lab leak theory. So now why the reversal and the need for more information?
Just to be clear, the World Health Organization itself hasn't been downplaying the likelihood of a lab incident origin. It was an international expert committee that was doing so. And actually, Dr. Tedros, the Director General of the WHO, has been pretty strong, saying we have to examine all hypotheses. But this international committee, which in my view very shamefully announced in February of this year in a joint press event in China alongside their Chinese government counterparts that a lab incident origin was extremely unlikely, and those are their words. It now turns out they were essentially lying, that the leaders of this international committee actually believed a lab incident origin ranged from unlikely to likely, but that they did a deal with their Chinese government counterparts who didn't want to mention a lab incident origin at all. And so the deal was, well, we'll mention this possibility, and then we'll say it's extremely unlikely and not call for a further investigation. And so the leader of that independent expert committee has now essentially come clean. It's just outrageous that this happened. And that's why the entire world must come together in demanding a full investigation into the origins of the pandemic in China with full access to all relevant record samples and personnel.
Well, we know.
And I'm a progressive Democrat, and I disagreed with a lot of what President Trump said, but he happened to possibly be right in the allegations he was making about the origins of the pandemic. And then the mainstream media and scientific journals, and again, I say this as a progressive, didn't tell the story that needed to be told. And so now we need to get to the bottom of this. Our safety and the safety of our children and grandchildren depend on understanding what went wrong and fixing our problems.